Moving forward, now I would like to invite Dr. Syed Javed Ahmad Rizvi, Associate Professor in the Department of Petroleum Studies, AMU. Sir has done his BTech in Chemical Technology from HBTI Kanpur and has pursued MTech in Polymer Science and Technology as well as Ph.D. from IIT Delhi. His area of research includes microcellular injection molding, polymer nanocomposites, process instrumentation, and the bipolar plates and membranes for fuel cells. He has published and presented many research papers in journals and conferences of repute. Sir also has two Indian granted patents in 2016 and 2017. Sir would be educating us on the topic configuring MS Word for paper. Over to you, sir.
Thank you very much, and very good afternoon to all of you. I was going through the talk of previous speakers, and I'm very glad to know that in medical field AI is coming in a big way. Although my talk is mainly related with the natural intelligence rather than artificial intelligence, and I'll be discussing some of the features of MS Word for efficient scientific writing, including research paper, books, articles, etc. So now let me share my screen. So the title of the talk is MS Word Setup for Efficient Scientific Writing. In Microsoft Word, we usually used to prepare the manuscripts, and sometimes there is a requirement from the publisher's side that this much should be the means font and font size requirement. Uh, for example, the title should be in Times New Roman 16 bold italics. Heading 1 should be in Times New Roman 14 bold. Likewise, subtitle heading 2 should be in this much format, and the main body paragraph should be in one particular font and font size. The caption for figure and table should be in Arial, bold, italics, like that. Spacing and text alignment. So these are the requirements from the publisher when we are submitting our book chapters, research paper. So we have to means comply these requirement from the publisher side. So normally what we do, we used to write each and everything in one simple style and then selectively changing its different font and font size, which is not correct or not professional way. So how you can configure your MS Word, you can use the style tab. Uh, the location of the style tab inside the MS Word home tab, and you can find style there. So here you can see normal, heading 1, heading 2, title, no spacing, and there are many more under this pull down menu is available. So you can use. Now let us see how to configure them. So I'll open MS Word for this, and this is one of my research paper. Just I'm using it as a format. So let's open a new. Okay, here let me copy some portion of this. Okay, this is. Some portion I have just copied so that I need not to write, and here I'll paste simply as text. So I have distorted the previous formatting. Now it is simply text, and all these text is inside the normal style. Okay. However, this much is my title, and this is the subtitle, abstract, and introduction. So how I can change it? So let's say the requirement for title Times New Roman 16 bold and italics is the requirement given by the uh, publisher. So just look at this style tab here. Just move your cursor and right click here and click modify. So in modify, you select the Times New Roman font size 16 bold italics. Okay, and if you want to keep this in the center, then go to the paragraph and select alignment as centered. Okay, okay. Now just select this much portion of this text, which is the title, and click on title. So this is converted in the title. Now next abstract is going to be my heading 1. So what is the requirement for the heading 1? It should be Times New Roman 14 and bold. So here is my Times New Roman. I'll heading 1. I'll modify this heading 1 as Times New Roman 14 bold, and the color of the text will be automatic black, and it should be just left aligned. So paragraph, it is already left aligned. So okay. Now just click at the abstract and heading 1. So it is converted. Now what is my second heading? Introduction heading 1. Then experimental procedure is my heading. And okay, I have only this much for level of heading 1. And what is the requirement for heading 2? Times New Roman 12 italics. So let me modify heading 2 Times New Roman 12 italics, and color should be black or automatic, and it should be left aligned. So I'll click here. So where is my level 2 of the heading? And this is the level 2. See, the number is 2.1. 2 is experimental procedure is heading 1, and 2.1 synthesis of sulfonated TiO2 is my second level of the heading. So I'll select this and click heading 2. Now you can see whatever formatting style I have defined in heading 2 is reflected here. Then is there any, okay, this is again a second one. So just go to this. So by doing this, what will happen? Your formatting style will not vary or will not change. Okay, and it will meet the requirement of the publisher. And now finally, paragraph is in Time New Roman 11. So paragraph will go inside the normal style, and let me modify it. Select the Time New Roman already is there, and this paragraph should be aligned, justified. Justify alignment should be there. So I'll select justified. Okay. 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 This is my main paragraph. So I'll select this portion and click normal. So formatting is normal. And then see, right now, this is not justified, but when I'll select this paragraph and click on the normal, it will be justified. Okay, so this is how we can create different style for different component of our manuscript. For title, we have the title heading. For main body text, we have normal. For heading level 1, we are heading 1. For heading level 2, like this, we are having style heading 2. And if we are having something like level 3 of heading, so we can also define this level 3. But right now, I don't have any level 3 heading, so no need to define it right now. So this procedure is, I hope, clear. Line spacing also we can define. For example, here right now the line spacing in that main text is I think 1 or 1.5, but since our requirement is double spacing, so instead of selecting this and changing the line spacing from here, what I'll do, I'll go to the style, modify, and from here I'll select double spacing. Okay, so whatever text assigned under the normal style will have double spacing. See, this much portion I haven't touched, but the spacing got it got double spacing, line spacing. So in this way, when you will configure your MS Word uh, before writing your research paper, book, etc., so chances of formatting error will be minimized. Okay. Next is how to configure table of content. Table of content is mainly used in case of when you are writing a book or a book chapter or master dissertation or PhD thesis or many other piece of literature where you need to put table of content. So how you can generate table of content automatically? For example, right now the experimental procedure is at page number 3, but since you have added few more lines to your abstract, so your experimental procedure has moved on page number 4. So if you will type table of content manually, it will not get updated automatically. So the best way of doing is you just create table of content using the reference tab of the MS Word. Okay. So as I have explained you earlier, the table of content basically will contain heading 1. Under heading 1, if there is a subheading 1.1, 1.2, inside subheading 1.2, you may have subheading 3, for example, 1.2.1, 1.2.2. So this is called as subheading 3, this is subheading 2, and this one is subheading 1. Okay, and these are the page number. If the length of your thesis or research paper get extended or shortened, then this page number will automatically update it. It will auto update. Okay. But if you will type this manually, then you have to again search for each and every title and update the page number manually, which is a very tedious task. So let me show you how we can do this in the MS Word. See, we have created heading 1, heading 1 point, subheading and subheading level 3 also, 2 also. So I am going to insert table of content before abstract. So for this, this access. Okay, this is my reference tab. Excuse me. This is my reference tab. I'll go to the reference tab, and here the first tab is table of content. So what I need to do, first of all, this table of content will work only if when I define different levels under the style. If I have not defined anything under these style, then this tab will not work properly. So you have to configure style in the home tab, then go to the reference tab, and inside the reference tab, just click on table of content. So you have different format. Let's say you are comfortable with table of content, this format when you will click. So this is the automatically generated table of content. Okay, you can see abstract is the level 1, introduction is the level 1, experimental procedure is the level 1, but 2.1 is the second level heading, 2.2 is the second level heading. That's why some indexing is there, and these are the page number. Now if I change the page number, let's say introduction is right now at page number, right now introduction is at page number 2. That you can check from the table of content also. Here introduction is at page number 2. For example, if I write something more in the abstract portion and my introduction moves on page number 3, so what will happen to table of content? Still it is showing page number 2. So what you need, you have to click this table of content, and here you just click update table. So this will ask you whether you want to update only the page number or you want to update the entire table. So we'll select update entire table. So see, now introduction is at page number 3 and experimental procedure at page number 4 likewise. So this table of content will get updated automatically if you use this feature of the MS Word. Second and most important, and this is the how to configure insert caption. Caption is given for the table, caption is for the figures, table, and some other geometry if you want to draw. So you have to write caption below the figure or caption above the table, and this entire structure of the caption is like that. First of all, type of caption. See, type of caption is figure here. Then caption number 1A is the caption number. And this entire text defining your figure is your caption. Similarly, in this case, which is a case of a table, table is a type of caption. 5 number is the caption number, and the title is the caption. Optimization of proton conductivity is the caption of the table. So right now or traditionally what we are doing in MS Word while writing research paper, book or some other scientific literature, that we used to write or type these things manually. And the problem is that uh, the problem that we'll face, for example, if let me okay, just to explain this problem. For example, I want to add a figure under the experimental procedure at this portion. Okay, so from somewhere, let me copy a figure. Okay, just a minute. Okay, this is the file having some figure. Okay, let me copy this figure and insert here in experimental procedures. Okay, so I have copied this figure, and let's say this figure is my figure, figure one with some caption manually typed, and then after some gap, I have another figure. Okay, this is another figure with some captions. Okay, now for example, if I decide while editing my research paper or thesis that I need another figure between figure number 1 and figure number 2, right now I want another figure to be placed at this position. Let me copy this, another figure. Okay, this is another figure. So what will happen? Now this is going to be figure number 2 according to the sequence with some caption. But this will not update it automatically since we have typed this information manually. Okay. So this is the problem with the manual insertion of the figure and typing the caption. And you can think of a dissertation or thesis or a book having hundreds of figures. And for example, if you decided to add another figure between figure number 61 and 62, so the figure number 62 will be the 63 and 63 will become 64 and likewise. And not only this, you have to update, rather you have to update all the cross references as well. Wherever you have mentioned in your running text figure number 62, you have to manually find that place and replace it with figure number 63, and wherever you have added figure number 63, it will become figure number 64. So this is going to be very difficult task when the size of the document is quite large. So what is the solution of this problem? Solution is this of this problem is that you don't add caption manually. You just delete all the manually added captions. Okay. Then now this is the figure that you have inserted. Now under the reference tab, there is a sub tab known as captions. You click on insert caption. So the moment you will click insert caption, it will ask what you want to add, a table, figure, or equation. So right now I am adding a figure. So this is going to be my figure number 1, and some caption, whatever I want to type, I can type here. Okay, and I'll click OK. So just below this figure, my caption number 1 or figure number 1 has appeared. Now let me go to the my figure number 2. This was my figure number 2. So I'll add another caption for this. So now see, automatically it will take figure number 2 and type your caption, whatever you want to type, and click OK. Figure number 2 has appeared here. Now you decided to insert another figure between figure number 1 and figure number 2. So no problem. Just select that figure and insert caption. The moment you will hit insert caption, it will count that now this is going to be my second figure in the sequence, and I can type whatever caption I want to assign. Okay. See, now this has become figure number 2, and automatically this figure is updated as figure number 3. Okay. So this is very, you can say, handy and useful while writing a big piece of scientific writing like a book, thesis, dissertation, etc. And let me introduce the cross reference also. For example, at this point, I want to add as shown in figure number 1. So I'll not type the figure number 1 here. I'll just type up to as shown in. Then I'll click cross reference. So this MS Word will ask me what you want to refer. So I'll select from this pull down menu the figure, and it will tell me there are so many figures. Till now we have defined 3 figures. So for example, I want to cross reference the figure number 1 here. So I'll select figure number 1, and then it will ask, do you want to show entire caption or just label and number? So most of the time we are comfortable with the label and number. So I'll select label and number and click insert. So see, as shown in figure number 1, this has automatically appeared. Now at any point of time, let me as shown in figure number. So I'll be deleting this figure caption so that this becomes or let's keep this and cross reference and this figure number 3 insert Okay. Now I'm going to add one more figure just to show you how this cross references can also be updated automatically. Let's say this is another figure I have added, and then move to insert caption is a figure, something like this. So this has become figure number 3. And the figure number 3, earlier this was my figure number 3, now this has become figure number 4. But inside this text, I have referred this as figure number 3. Still, this is figure number 3 as shown in the figure number 3. It should be now figure number 4. So what I have to do, I have to update table, an entire table. You can update field. So this figure will automatically become figure number 4. So the moral of the story is that whenever you have a very long piece of document, you just try exploring the style tab in style tab of the MS Word, then references, caption, table of content, insert caption option, cross reference. So this is going to make your life much easier and editing much easier afterwards. So I hope this was something useful for you. If you have any query, you can please ask.
Thank you, sir, for guiding us all. Due to the limited time we have, we will be providing the responses to the queries as FAQs on our website later. Thank you so much for joining us, joining with us.
Thank you very much.